Music. Let's
So
talk
I was
about
just saying, they brought the weather with them.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck
which is
music.
terrible.
Talking weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what everyone really.
You got
that's-
Brits here.
Yeah.
Talk about the weather.
Tell you what, I did get to come and watch you guys the other night in Newcastle.
How did you?
I
You
was
were
all
there?
sneaky. Yeah, I was
Awesome.
sneaky and watched, and oh boy, that was a good time.
Real nice of him to let you guys know it was there, wasn't it? Yeah. Just.
I don't want to distract. I thought I'd just stand.
I know, we'd have been nervous and been off our game if we'd
Sorry guys, we can't play the show now. We've seen Nathan.
Yeah, kept flashing us, which was weird. How has that experience been going from like big festival settings straight to some very small club shows, playing venues you guys have been playing in Australia before? Has it been like a real mixed bag this time around?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just like, oh yeah, we're back in a. I mean, even though we knew exactly what we were getting into, I've wanted to play like side shows, well, and do like a proper tour of Australia for years.
Yeah.
And this is like the sort of halfway house that we've been given. Like one day we'll get across to Darwin and all the rest of it.
I feel bad for Perth. They don't get anything anymore.
Yeah, I always feel bad
Yeah.
for Perth. The problem with Australia is it's so far away from everything,
Yeah.
and then the other side of Australia is even further away from everything.
The distance from the East Coast, like even via a flight to Perth, in the UK and even America, you could go to in the UK, you could go to 4 different countries within that flight.
Yeah. 14 countries.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Yes. No, the shows have been good though. I mean, we're used to playing small shows because we tour America.
Sure.
A lot of them, so the East and West Coast are pretty decent, but then there's a lot of places in the middle where we have to get from one side to the other. That sort of, you're struggling to find the people to come out to shows. So you play, you end up playing smaller places anyway. So places like Suki Lounge. Okay, not quite that small, maybe,
Sure.
but it was it was fun. It feels like going back to our roots a lot, and it's a kind of show that we still feel very much in touch with. So we still put as much into that small show as we do the big stages.
Yeah.
The audience is still enjoying it just as much. If anything, there's more condensed energy within that tight little space than there is on the big open air stages.
And do you find with obviously Knotfest being a predominantly marketed as a metal festival, do you find that the juxtaposition between those small shows and the big shows, obviously, like you said, taking you back to your roots of when you started, but also the other thing is a smaller show, that concentrated energy is 100% people that are there to see you, not that are potentially waiting for the other band that are coming on after or just seeing the one before.
Yes, and apparently the tickets for Suki Lounge sold out within 10 minutes or something like that.
All 10 tickets.
It's 1 a minute.
Wow.
Quick pass. Who says musicians aren't smart? Well, that just shows that you guys need to get back over here with your own headline tour eventually. That would be lovely to see that happening.
We'd love to.
Yeah.
Yes. But hopefully we can stop somewhere on the way here, because fuck me, that 24-hour journey is... It's not fun.
No, you guys are veterans now. You don't get to complain about it. You're used to it.
Yeah, you have done it a lot of times.
I know. We're not 20 anymore.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it get easy when you get older? Because when you're younger, you've got so much energy and you're like, I need to be doing things. When you're older, you want to just relax, and you're kind of forced into 24 hours of just enjoy it, boys. Just chill.
No one's as old as you.
Yes.
No one is as old as you, so they can't relate to you. But
I think I'd enjoy it if I could sleep. Just knowing that I could get a couple of hours kit, but I'm useless at sleeping in the upright position.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Did you get on the flight over? Were there any crying babies or flatulent men? Or
We're the flatulent men. No, I think, you were sat further up than we
I had a
were.
baby near me.
You had a baby near you.
I just gave it a few backhands and it was alright.
yeah, always work on a baby, I hear. Parenting tips 101. Quick backhand massage, take a child. Now, how has the response been at Knotfest for you guys? What's been... Because I haven't looked at the set list. I like to be surprised at a festival set list. How have you approached it versus normal Shikari show? Have you gone, let's drop the engine, go heavier? Or are you going, no, let's be us and just have fun?
I heard they're just doing Slipknot songs.
Can you imagine?
That'll fuck everyone up so hard. You're like, I heard this one earlier today.
But just really shit covers
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Not even as good as we would put any effort into. It's a pretty varied set. Some of our crew were saying like after the first show maybe we should make the set heavier. And you're just like, no.
Mm.
Like there's
It's
people are
being-
going to be like battered with breakdowns all day, so it's like
And it's being us that makes us stand out.
Yeah.
Like,
It always
so-
has been.
We
It's
also
been
we
like
don't want to do any kind of false advertising, you know. We sort of play our absolute heaviest tracks that we've got for 45 minutes, and they come to a headline show and we're playing our, really happy
Eclectic,
poppy ones,
yeah.
and they're like, what the fuck is this? We want to give people a proper representation of Enter Shikari.
And that's a cool thing with the festival that is a bit more heavy leaning, is that it can almost be like you're the spice that adds in there. It's not, as I said, it's like an onslaught of breakdowns. You can kind of have been like, oh fuck, that's really catchy and fun to bob along to and not run into someone during
Yeah.
that song, which is, I like that. I also feel like it's more like, there's more varied like fans here. It's like, even though it's a metal festival, like we love you guys and have forever, but we also really like Slipknot. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of that here that can appreciate it.
We've been quite lucky with our music because we got so many styles in it that we're able to play a festival like this, but then able to play sort of a more mainstream festival as well. Like Big Day Out back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
So we can play the heavier ones and the more eclectic ones as well. So we've positioned ourselves nicely.
Very clever.
Yeah.
When you get an offer for a festival like this, like obviously it's great because you get a chance to come back to Australia in this sort of setting, which is always fun. But when you see the announcement, it's like, you've been offered to do this festival and there's going to be Slipknot, Slaughter to Prevail. Is there ever any hesitation for you guys? We're like, it's not going to really be viable for us to play to that crowd, or is it like, fuck yeah, this is a challenge, let's go?
I think the latter, because we've played those shows where like it's quite clear that everyone hates us, and it doesn't really faze us anymore. Like since day one, we've always just taken every show we get offered, and if no one likes it, it's still an interesting experience. We'll probably like, even if just we personally garner something from it, like makes us stronger somehow, probably.
There was one that we played, it was Downloads Germany. It was only a one-day event, whereas Download in the UK is like 3 or 4. And it was Metallica headlining. It was basically a Metallica gig with a bunch of supports.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And that purely was just Metallica fans, and then there was a handful of our fans, somewhere in the crowd. So we got some claps, but the rest of them were like,
Yeah, but
In
see,
between
this
every
is the
song,
thing-
it's just Metallica.
Yeah.
Even, like, this is the thing with bands like Metallica and Slayer. Even Metallica can't make Metallica fans happy. You know what I mean? Like, the more they keep going, the more people are just like, doesn't sound like Master of Puppets, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
It's just, can't win. But anyway.
Now, we've asked a lot of people this, and this is a question I'd be really interested for you guys, because you have such an eclectic taste and influences in your own music. There's a few albums coming out that our fans are doing, like full album, like anniversaries, like Hatebreed's doing in full today. What's an album that you guys would like to watch in full? Like, it can be nostalgia, it can be a band
To
that
watch.
exists. To watch.
Yeah,
Okay, not
As a
okay.
fan, what's an album that you want to see live front to back?
Well, we did see Dark Side of the Moon get played in
really?
full at Coachella one time. That was fucking epic.
Isn't that like a 3-hour-long album?
No, it's not. It's standard sort of album. Yeah, that was cool. Maybe Paul Simon, Graceland.
Oh,
That'd
okay.
be a good one. It's one of my favourite albums.
Rou?
I don't know. I was thinking, when At the Drive-In reformed, did they do? So I remember seeing them.
Relationship
but,
of Command.
yeah.
I don't think they
I don't
did
know
that.
whether they did
No,
it
I
start
don't
to
think they
finish.
did that
I mean,
in
that
full.
would be.
It's just like highlights. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good call too.
Good show.
I do have to say, Dark Side of the Moon may be the best dance we've ever had. That's like an actual influential change the world
Sorry,
album.
mate.
Yeah,
And everyone, that's one of the people who are like, imagine that. And you're like, oh, we did that.
You know what
Totally
though?
did that.
It's a fun question to ask though, because number one, you get to see like a bit of a deeper sort of understanding of what the artists we love listen to or would like to see. But it also reminds me of albums that I'm like, oh fuck, that was a great album. I haven't listened to it in years.
It was particularly impressive. So it was the first time that we had heard like quadraphonic sound. So we had most of the show was coming from in front of us, but then all of a sudden there was a saxophone solo coming from like behind us, I'm like, whoa! What the
Was that part of the
fuck?
set, or
That's
was it
amazing.
random with the saxophone?
No, it was coming from the speakers, not just some dude stood behind me. But it was incredible. His use of the sort of
Yeah.
surround sound within a live setting was really inspiring, because we then took that on to used that in a UK tour that we did, and did a whole quadraphonic sound thing with speakers at the back of the room and the front, and
Yeah, that's right.
noises going around everyone's heads. Found it really effective. So that was really cool. It was inspirational.
I like that. I like that.
Now, is there anyone that you've managed to catch at the festival that you haven't seen before that have like really blown you away with their performance so far?
Today is my day of watching bands.
Hell yeah.
He says not watching bands currently.
We are the last interview. You have that excuse. You can go do it after this.
Yeah, like I literally haven't seen. I don't think I've seen anyone yet. It's too intense. I've been doing a lot of vocal editing and producing and stuff, so I've been trapped.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Is
yeah,
this for anything special upcoming, or are you allowed to say? Or?
some point this year it will be released. Yeah.
Very nice. Released this year.
news will be released.
Information about it will be released this year.
You're just like, news to me.
Yeah.
There's been a change of plans.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else we got this year that we are looking forward to, other than obviously getting some tunes ready?
I'm doing the London Marathon.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. How is training going? I saw you running in Australia. How did the heat go
that's,
for you?
Well, the day of the Suki Lounge show, I did a half in the morning, and it was hot even then. I was like trying to get up early so the temperature wouldn't be ridiculous, and I only managed like 9 a.m. So it was up to like 25, I think,
Yeah.
and I left. And I was like, oh, God. So then by the time we played the show, I was just
Dead.
I've got nothing more to give. But yeah, no, it's been going really well. I'm just living for ice baths at the moment. They are like cutting my recovery time like,
Cool.
I
so well.
can't do them. He after every show, he goes to this big ice bucket and sticks his feet in it. What was it, 12 minutes? Like, exactly. He sets a timer.
After the show,
Yeah.
after you get off stage.
Yeah,
And,
shit, I'm doing all that twisty ankle stuff, and it fucks my Achilles. So I got.
I gave it a try and put my feet in. I couldn't last like 30 seconds. I don't know how you do it.
That's swimming in the ocean any time of the year for you guys, though. So
Yeah,
you should be right.
We don't go in the ocean. It's full of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Now's the time. Now's the time to go in the ocean. Although, no, we've really turned the weather on for you at this time of year, so sorry. Not the best beach weather.
Yeah.
Well, you went in the ocean yesterday.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Can't remember the name of that beach. Somewhere in between Coogee Beach and Bondi, there was this cool little bay where you can go swimming really easily that's sort of protected.
Clavelli.
That sounds it.
Clavelli is
Yeah.
the beach, yeah. Yeah, it's a good spot to go for a
Yeah,
dip.
really
fun.
cool.
Because it was like proper choppy. So
Yeah.
you felt
Yeah.
like you were out at sea, but then of course you were super safe.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it's only like
Protected.
2 meters
Yeah.
deep as opposed to 60,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah. Anything off around there is hella sharky too, so don't go further than that. Just
Glad I
for
didn't
next
know.
time.
Yeah.
News that would have been helpful a couple of days ago.
Well,
Yeah.
wait till afterwards.
Well, you made it.
We're not going to hold you up anymore. Last interview, but like I said, we were so stoked to see you on the lineup because we could see good things not that long ago. Have you back here, and next time maybe a headliner. That'd be nice.
That'd be great.
We'd love to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Easy.
Thanks so much, guys.
You got
Always
it.
a pleasure.
Pleasure. Yeah, thank you.